Morning, everybody. Hey, look, I got a t-shirt. Warning: to avoid injury, don't tell me how to do my job. Okay, where were we? We talked about Judaism, we talked about Christianity, so today must be Islam, right? Well, yeah, I'll have something to tell you about that. But, first of all, little word of warning about using the Facebook group, the WhatsApp group, and even the MyUnisa forums. First of all, if you open up MyUnisa, you see a huge big warning saying, do not distribute your prescribed material here. Okay, that doesn't apply to you guys so much because your prescribed material is a big tutorial letter, and it's UNISA stuff. It's not somebody else's book. But they are stamping down on this stuff. So don't use our forums to, for example, share some other course's book. Okay, just look, I'm not stupid. I know these things happen, but use channels that are not identifiable as UNISA. Alright. So, the other thing is I see people swapping multiple choice answers. Look, a lot of other lecturers will get very moralistic about it. Others will get legalistic about it. I don't see it that way. I see it simply as a training issue. We don't give you assignments to do because why not? We give you assignments to do to get you working with the material. So if you just get the answers from somebody else, you haven't worked with the material, and in June or November, when it's exam time, you're not going to know it. So, just be warned. I see people exchanging these answers, and look, I'm not impressed. And I can see who you are. You really want that? Ja. Okay. Genoeg van die seerde preek. Right, let's talk a little bit about Islam, and what I'm going to tell you now is something I've seen over 30 years. This is your first introduction to new religion, to different religions, and there are two towering figures in here that you probably haven't heard much of before, and now you're supposed to study their life histories. The Prophet Muhammad for Islam, and the Buddha in Buddhism. Right? I mean, you might have heard of Muhammad. For most of you, you're unlikely to have heard of the Buddha. But in their respective religions, these two are just as big as Jesus Christ is in Christianity. So, to get through this module, you need to know them. Where they came from, how they lived, what they taught, all of that. Now, the thing is that students are getting those two figures hopelessly muddled. Let's see, we get to the exam time and we learn fascinating things, like the Buddha was married to a wealthy widow, and the Prophet Muhammad went into the jungle to meditate. I think the last time there was jungle in Arabia was during the time of the dinosaurs. So I don't think that's actually going to work. And the Buddha, on the other hand, went into a cave in the desert. And I mean, you get these two people hopelessly muddled up. Hopelessly. So, get yourself a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side is the Prophet Muhammad, the Buddha. And then, born, where, when, how did they grow up, were they married, where did they get their first religious inspiration? All those points. Right? And you make yourself a little cheat sheet about the Prophet Muhammad and the Buddha. And then, the night before the exam, you sit with that cheat sheet and you study it until you know which is which. And then do not even think about taking it into the exam room and telling them, I said you could. Okay? Okay, so that is the main thing I have to tell you about Islam. Learn who the Prophet Muhammad was. Right? The rest is, the way we've set it up is fairly straightforward, really. You can sit down. Islam is one of those religions. They've got 5 of this and 12 of that, and you can pretty much sit down and learn it. It's not a simple religion, but it is simple to study. It is easy to study. If you get into the higher reaches of it, the legal studies of it and the mysticism of it, then it's just as complicated as any other religion. But at this level, Islam is something you can study. But make sure you know who the Prophet Muhammad was, what he did. Because that is the big sticking point that we've seen for 30 years for me, and I'm sure it was 30 years before I even showed up. Okay, so next week we're going to start moving into the Asian religions, Hinduism and Buddhism, and we'll see what happens when we get there.